Welcome to this webinar of pain management. When we think our muscle goes into this spasm, we think that how did I get here with this pain? But where are we feeling this pain, right? When we think deeply, pain is usually felt in our mind. Because when you say, I'm hurt, that sensation in our body is felt at our mind level. But let's first understand in yoga philosophy how this body is. In Taittiriya Upanishad, we define body as 5 layers. So we are seeing this arms, legs, our muscles, all these organs, eyes, everything is physical body, and which is very easy to perceive. We see it day in and day out. But inside that body is our second layer, prana. Prana is this life force. If this life force is not there, I cannot move these arms and legs. It makes my heart beat. It makes my breath go in and out. It makes my food digest without me knowing it. So prana is the most vital energy. So how do I get in touch with that life force? The best way to get in touch with this life force is through our breath. That is why in yoga, breath work is very important. Prana layer is very important layer. Why? The reason is it is really next to our body layer, and the layer next to it is our mind layer. This is mind where we are feeling the pain. So this prana, this is gonna help us heal our mind as well as our body. So this pranamaya kosha in yoga philosophy is most important part of being. So we are going to use this prana to our maximum advantage to calm our mind and strengthen our body, relax our body, both. So mind is very important. This is where it is continuous flow of thoughts, continuous emotions we are feeling, our perception, everything is in our mind. And this mind is like monkey. It moves from one thought to the other thought to the other thought to the other thought. But what happens with yoga, the definition of yoga is so important to know now, is that yoga is mastery over mind. So we are not just going to work on our physical layer, our prana layer, but on our mind layer. Because with all these physical postures and with our breath, we are going to take mastery over our mind. Is it so easy that we can control our emotions, we can control our mind? What is it that is needed? The 4th layer is important, is the Vijnanmaya Kosha. This Vijnanmaya Kosha is our intelligence. It is called, in Sanskrit, is Nishchayatmika, is Buddhi. So this is where we'll take resolves. We'll decide, I want to heal. I don't want to be in this pain. And you all are here to see that you made that resolve already. You made that resolve that I don't want to be in pain. And that is why you all have come to this webinar to figure out how I won't be in this pain. So when that resolve is strong, and with this strong resolve, if we are controlling our mind, then it will help us heal faster. The 5th layer is bliss layer. This layer we come in touch every now and then. When we are in our deep sleep and we wake up in the morning so rejuvenated, that is when we connected with our bliss layer. Or sometimes when we are very, very happy, some good news has come, and then that we felt that moment of happiness, which is not gonna last forever, that is also felt in this bliss layer. This bliss layer is very close to our inner self. What is this inner self? Inner self is that Sat Chit Anand Swarup. We are all blissful state. We are peaceful state. We are being that we have right to our happiness. But we don't get in touch with that. Why? Because there is space which is called vasana. What is vasana? I have certain tendencies which I am born with. I want to wake up, for example, at 6 a.m. every day. But every day 6 a.m. comes, I say, not today. I'll start from tomorrow. Why? Because I have this tendency of being lazy in the morning. It built into me. With yoga, you can remove or you can change the way we think. We are solving the problem at the root level. So these are 5 layers of our personality, and we want to be that peaceful inner self. Then what should we do? You keep saying, I cannot do this. I'm continuously in stress. Do you know how stressful life is here? Yes, we all feel stress, but stress is like an alarming system. It is telling us that something is wrong somewhere. It's a response. It is just telling us, I need attention, right? Like if a child would not cry, is mom going to go and pick up that child and say, okay, baby, I'm going to nurse you? No, mom is not going to do that. Mom has 1,000 things to take care of. So baby says alarming signal, come pick me up. That way our body is sending that alarming signal to us that, okay, I need help. That stress signals are necessary, right? And then stress is a response to any demanding situation. That means we all need stress to get up from bed, to do some work in the house. Everything needs stress. And then that is stress is good. It is stress. Stress in life is very important. But when this stress becomes chronic, then it is a problem for us, because this muscle tightness and all these things you are feeling in your body, this depression, this anxiety, this fatigue, everything becomes very prominent because of the stress response to our body. So we don't know how to control our stress, and this stress, instead of being useful to us, it has become now problem for all of us. Now, what causes stress? If you think about it, there are only 4 reasons we can be stressful. So then that is, one is things, vastu, then vyakti is people, and paristhiti is the situation, right? Sometimes we are in relationship which is not conducive to us. Sometimes some situation come in our life which were not in our control, like pandemic, right? We were not ready for it. So it just came and we had to deal with it without knowing about it. So now, 4th, most important, and I love this one, is avidya, is our perception. Like I'm looking in the mirror, I'm a cat, but I'm seeing in myself as in the mirror as a lion. And I think this lion is going to come and attack me. So I see everything is fine, but I perceive that situation to be very difficult. And I just freak out. So that can happen. So sometimes that is why we can justify that why one situation is simpler for somebody and very difficult for somebody else, right? Because I'm perceiving that situation to be hard for me. So there is no judgment. It is your own reality. So now when we understand that this stress is so much difficult to manage, which is coming from all the different layers to all of us, and which is causing tightness of muscles, and because of that tightness, my joint gets tighter, and because of that, my mind goes faster and I'm not able to control my life situation. So now what should I do? You will say, I have disease. This pain is a disease. That means I'm not at comfort. In yoga philosophy, they say it is called adhija vyadhi. Disease is vyadhi, but adhija vyadhi is psychosomatic illness, right? Sometimes, yes, we do need help physically, but so many illnesses, so many pain situations are part of psychosomatic illness, right? We go to now doctor, he says, okay, you have low back pain, you have sciatica pain, but with physiotherapy, with all these things, please go for yoga. And now we hear it everywhere that yoga is going to heal you. So yoga therapy, what we are going to give you is, we are going to empower you. We are going to give you tools. Okay, if you have stiffness, these are the steps you can do, and this is going to help you heal at physical level, at mental level, at your emotions level. Yeah, because of pain, so many times you may be up at night. So how to ease yourself where you can get good night's sleep, and which is going to make you feel rejuvenated next day in the morning. You must have come, say, okay, I'm going to go attend the yoga. And then that one beautiful picture comes in your mind, one beautiful girl standing on one leg and bending backward. Is that yoga? I don't think so. Yoga is not just physical postures. This is what we all have perceived yoga is. Yoga will give you healing at all 5 layers of your personality. And interestingly, let's talk how. You will say, okay, how? You are saying we are 5 layers, we feel stress, everything I understood. How are you going to help me on at 5 layers. So now we know physical layer. We'll give you all these asana practices. You may not have heard about all the kriyas. There are so many cleansing practices are needed to heal our internal organs, all our nervous system. Everything will be healed. Our circulation, digestive system, all systems will be healed with our postures as well as kriyas. Annamaya kosha, this body has come from the food. It is sustained by the food and it will go back to the food. We all know that. So now, because of that, food is very important. Food is so important that if you eat sattvic, that means you will say, what is sattvic? Yes, sattvic food is food which is going to nourish you, which is not going to make you like fried food. You know that certain food may cause more inflammation, will guide you through food habits also. And with this yoga practice, what will happen is that you will become alert. Should I eat this candy or not? That will be in your hand. That alertness will set in. So we'll work on those, our diet, our physical postures, we'll work on our cleansing practices, we'll show you how to do neti. So we'll work on those practices. And then secondly, we'll help you, layer will heal with pranayama practices. Because as I said, our breath is the vehicle which is going to move our prana. And when we balance our breath, we balancing our mind. That homeostasis happen because sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system will come into balance, and that will lead to calmer mind for us. So a lot of different breathing practices are given at pranamaya kosha level. And then we'll move to our third layer. Very important. I love this layer because it's manomaya kosha. It's mind layer. And you'll say, how do I connect with my mind? We have a lot of meditation practices like Om meditation, deep relaxation technique. And then, you know, our mind is so verbal. Sometimes some people are like me, their mind is verbal, continuously chatting. So we have technique called mind sound resonance technique. We give those technique, which is gonna calm our verbal mind. Nada Nusandhana, like we do lot of chanting of A, U, Ma, Kara, which will calm our verbal mind. There are certain techniques we use is called visualizing technique. Yeah, you know that with that some people are very visual. Their mind keeps on visualizing things. So we have certain techniques to mind, meditation techniques to calm that visual mind. Some people say, I cannot sit for meditation. Okay, I don't understand this meditative techniques. Don't worry about it. We have practices which will lead to like called cyclic meditation, which is going into meditation with the moments. So action and relaxation, activation and relaxation is the concept we will be taking in cyclic meditation. So there are so many techniques we will be using to calm this mind. And we all know now that mind is so important because pain is felt in our mind. Now at intellectual level, we'll say, and I think so living in Bay Area, most of us, we think we are very intellectual, we understand everything. But do we get time and analyze? If someone says, yes, happiness is my birthright, I need to be happy, I understand, but have you ever analyzed what is happiness? Why am I unhappy? If I'm supposed to be happy, and then why am I not continuously happy? All these notions in our head is there, which needs correction, right? So we will talk a lot of things about it. We'll give you a lot of spiritual discourses, self-help kit, and then we will teach you how to be alert in living with this intellectual, how to, when your mind is calm, your breath is in control, your body is in pain-free, right? You will connect with that intellect, which is very sharp, which will help you make right decision in life. If this hike is going to tire me out, and if it is going to cause me more pain, should I go on that hike, or should I just say, I'm just going to go for a simple walk? So those things will make us understand that why Vijnanmaya Kosha is so important to us. So Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha is action in relaxation. When do we feel Ananda? When we are peaceful. So when our actions are with relaxed mind, we will feel Ananda. And one of the very important definition of yoga is yoga karmashu kaushalam. Why? Because when my mind is calm, my actions are really good because I am doing action where my hands are, where mind is, and I'm not stressed about that action. So I may be doing the same amount of work, but when I am doing it in a relaxed manner, I'm not worried about what the results are going to be, or I'm not anxious about future, or I'm not worried, oh, last time I did this, I failed. So now with this, we will be able to get in touch with our inner bliss. So as we talk that how we are going to balance all these 5 layers of our personality to control our pain. Now, main question most of you is, are you going to give us any postures to heal our pain? Yes, there will be a lot of postures as we talked in the beginning. We will give you postures to heal. If you have shoulder pain, we'll work on your shoulders. If you have low back pain, yes, there are so many postures for your low back pain also. So we will be, every pain level will be addressed, and we'll give you techniques that, heyam dukham anagatam. What does that mean? How to avoid that pain. That is the first step. So we teach you tools, give you tools that you don't first even get into that pain zone. So this is where yoga therapy will empower you. And the most beautiful part with yoga therapy is we'll give you home practice kit. What is that home practice kit? You can practice at home by yourself. And with all these practices, my part is to come and give you all these things, but you have to do your own swadhyaya. You have to do work and take all these tools and apply in your day-to-day life. So is it going to be just on the mat? No, you have to apply throughout the day. Be in that yoga of body, mind, and spirit together. And then World Health Organization, they took up our yoga definition and put it in words, in their own words. They are saying health is not just at absence of disease. It has to be at physical level, mental level, spiritual level, social level. And when we think about it, it has come in our philosophy thousands of years ago. And now we read this definition and we think, wow, how beautifully they have taken it. But if you think about it, we have it. We all know it. We just have to tap into it. And let's all, now with all these learning, whatever we gathered today, start our journey of recovering from this maybe injury or the pain or whatever has caused us to be here and manage it together. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to talk about yoga therapy in our pain management.